Good morning, folks. So, pretty shattered after yesterday, if I'm to be honest. All of that running around to the little villages and Whitby, and then laying down that circle on the beach, proper wiped me out last night. And yeah, I just crashed out when I got back. And I think today, the plan is I need to be back in Saltburn by the sea by about 4 p.m. because I want to lay down another circle on the beach here. So we've got a few hours to kill. And I just got Google Maps out quickly, and in between here and Whitby, kind of the way we went yesterday, there's a few smaller little bays that look quite interesting. So I think we're just going to jump in the car and just go and check out a few little random places along the coast and see what they've got to offer, basically. Maybe a little bit of hiking here and there, we'll see, but nothing too strenuous because I want to save most of my energy for this circle this afternoon. I want to get that spot on if I can, you know. So yeah, so without further ado, I reckon we should just pack the bag up and get cracking, get in the car and just head down the coast and see what we can find. Let's do this. Hello, Ralphie. Well, the first thing I notice when I get here is, let me get the finger in the right place, there's some steps going all the way to the top of this cliff right here. So I think that's where we're going to head, folks. Let's go and see what's beyond yonder. So a very small little beach here, just by the car park, with a river inlet. That way, not quite sure where that goes. There's a big wall breaker. Maybe if we've got time after, we'll take a mooch on down there. Hello, hello, little one. Hello. Oh, good boy, good boy. Friendly little chap. Anyway, look at these old little lockups where the fishermen keep all their gear. This is the first nib where we were pointing at before, and what I've noticed is when I said I'm not sure what goes that way, this way looks more appealing. Well, the beach that looks more appealing is the way that I didn't go. You can see it here. Big long stretch of beach. So we'll take a walk to that in a bit. And then this way, we have huge erosion. Check that out. Look at that landslide there. I was just thinking as I was walking along, I'm a little bit peckish, me. And you know what? Nature provides when you need her the most. Should have brought a little tub, could have made a little pie when I get back. Provecho. So we've got an old little farmhouse here in the middle of nowhere. And there's another lone house just up there with an old looking barn. That looks quite freaky actually. Oof. Remember that film, Wrong Turn? It's the kind of place they take you back to, right? So I did say to myself I wasn't going to walk too far. I've been walking for about 20 minutes already. I've promised myself I'm not going any further, so how about that for a finale? Yes, I mean the path will obviously just carry on right along here, right along the cliff edge, so I think this is a far enough place to come. What a nice view, eh? If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. You can't beat that salty sea air slapping you in the chops. Man. Getting my fix, folks, getting my fix. I love little fishing villages like this. It's like full of character, you know. You just smell the history. Just amazing. There's no one about, nobody about. Lots of old tractors and stuff over there. We've got a little postman here. It's a nice little sculpture down here. Let's go and check this out. So this is the sculpture I was telling you about. Pretty cool, eh? But there's a bit of history behind this whole thing, behind this whole building and all of that. So this is called Skinny Grove Homing Society, and it's where, I don't know if they still do, but they would have sold racing pigeons. So basically what I'm reading here is that years ago, pigeons, as you might know, had an important job as a carrier of important messages, you know, before the old postman came along. And then Mr. Postie came along in 1840, so the birds became redundant, they didn't have a job to do. So what happened is they sold them all off to working men, and then the working men began to race them. So this is one of the places where they would have sold, and they may do, still do, I don't know, sell the pigeons for racing. Very nice, eh? So apparently this place is known worldwide within the pigeon racing scene. So here we have the grand opening to Skinny Grove Beach. Beautiful, beautiful. And lots of dogs. Win-win. I think some guy's lost his dog, he's whistling like crazy. Skinny Grove Beach. Oh, that is pretty nice. Well, there we go. That was little Skinny Grove. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So the next place we're going to head to, a little further south now, is called Bulby. So might have a little cup of tea before we head off. Well, it seems Bulby is a little bit smaller than I first thought. It's just literally them houses that we've just passed. There's just a tiny little road, as you just saw, that came off the main road, and it just loops back around here and it takes us straight back onto the main road. So it's pretty much just a private road for these houses. What you can see in the distance over there is Staithes. We were at Staithes yesterday, if you remember rightly. So and this is the coastal path here, the Cleveland Way, that leads onto Staithes. So not much to report on the old Bulby, so I guess we should just head off to the next destination. Welcome to Port Mulgrave. This is more like it. Look at them cliffs beyond yonder. So apparently there's an old little harbour down a path down there. It'd be rude not to venture down there, really, wouldn't it? Looks like a little bit of a mission though. I did say I was giving the legs a rest today, but I just want to go a little bit up this path just to see what's beyond. We'll go for a few minutes and see what the fuss is about this way, and then if we're feeling energetic, we'll head right down there to see the old harbour. So I'm not going to bother going any further that way because it's taking us in a totally opposite direction to what we want to go, and we are pushed for time a little bit. This will be the way. Port Mulgrave. Let's head on down to Chinatown. Oh well, there we go. There's our little first view of Port Mulgrave. Yeah, let us have a zoom in on that. Yeah, you see? Little tractor down there, some boats, some little huts. Anyway, let's see if we can get down there. I don't fancy trying to get down this. This looks very steep. Ah, there is someone coming up. Ah, okay, so this is a rope. Right. This is a rope, folks, to actually pull yourself up and down. You see, there's a guy down there. You see him? He's coming up. Hi, mate. Okay, so just speaking to that guy, and he said the most direct route is that way. So that's the way we're going to head down to the bottom. And apparently lots of fossils on the ground. So let's go and do a bit of fossil hunting, shall we? Well, that's the end of the rope situation. What was I saying before about taking it easy today? No hikes, nothing strenuous. So that guy at the top, he went on to tell me that this is no longer a working harbour. Even though from the top there are boats and there's a little tractor here, they're all just ruins, they're all just left here to rot. Got an old chair here. I mean, I wonder what's in all of these lockups, you know? Look at this, it's an old like digger. Potentially still works. But look at this, man. This is freaky. It's pretty creepy, actually. Wow, what a crazy place. Well, I tell you what, folks, do you know what this is proof of? When you don't plan to come and do anything, when you just wing it, you end up in some of these crazy little places. Oh my god, look at this. That's another old digger. I think people still come down here because look at all of this driftwood on the side of this. Look at that, man. This looks like someone uses that, you know? That's someone's little shack right there. Yeah, man, look at this. People use these little huts. Oh, I'd love to know. I'd love to meet someone here right now that lives in one of these, or whatever they do in these, whether they're little holiday homes or something. Evidence of human activity. Oh my god, these are crazy, crazy places. Look at this. Little fire, some chairs, an amazing looking cabin, and a beach with amazing cliffs. Sorry if I'm using the word amazing a lot, but it's just amazing. Well, I've just said it before, when you don't plan things, sometimes you just have the best experiences. Look at this. Oh my god. You see, there's someone's bag here. Someone is staying here. Someone is staying here. There's a backpack. Could be someone just trekking around the coast, you know? Because if you came across this place, and if you can fend for yourself, if you can fish, these places just get crazier and crazier. Look at that. So there's like stone on the bottom, and then it's just all driftwood. That's all driftwood and rope. And then you got this place. Oh man, no way. So it's like I don't want to go any closer because I don't know if there's anyone living there. There's barbecues going on here. They've put a wall around the edge. Well, let's just have a little. I just want to come up here because I need to show something. My father is a Leeds United fan. There you go, Dad. The most random place probably that you'll ever see a Leeds United emblem. What an amazing find. Wow, crazy. Well, what are you thinking about this place? I think it's pretty special myself. A little bit rough around the edges, but I love that. You don't expect to find these places sometimes. I was expecting to just come here, spend 5 minutes, show you a little bit. But there's all of this going on. How can you not get excited by this? Anyway, let's go and look for some fossils. Ah, you see? So it looks like someone has hammered this one out. There's a flat edge on it. What happens is sometimes the fossils are still on the rock, so people will get like a hammer and chisel and they'll chisel the fossil out. So I think that's what's happened here. They're taking the fossil out of that part of the rock. So no fossils found yet, but I just wanted to show you, like, this is how some of the rocks are, you know, it's almost like slate, so it just falls apart. This is how you find the fossils, by breaking it up. Kind of breaks up into slices. Well, there we go, folks. Port Mulgrave. What a lovely, lovely find. Unfortunately, no fossils were found during the making of this program. Either that guy was lying, or I'm not very good fossil finder, or both. I need to get back up here now via the old rope. Goodbye, Port Mulgrave. It was lovely knowing you. I'm gonna have to use both hands. Camera down. Well. I just used up about 90% more energy than I intended to. Well, you've seen the height of that cliff. So I've just gone down to the beach that far, basically. Anyway, the next place we're going to go to, I just had a quick look on Google Maps, is Runswick Bay. It's an 8-minute drive a little further south, but there's a hotel there which is supposedly doing food, so let's head on there for a bit of lunch, eh? So what you just saw there from the car was Runswick Bay, and there's a little hotel here called the Royal, which I'm hoping is going to be open for some food. But let's have a quick little nosy at the bay. No hiking here, definitely. Pretty tired after that last little one. So cute little village though. Check it out. By the looks of it, this is the main drag of beach. Goes right around the edge here. I mean, the tide's in right now. Lots more coastal walks to be done. Something I meant to touch on actually, about these little seaside towns here in the UK. There's always public toilets here. Always. Amazing. For the people outside of the UK, a traditional little telephone box. How picturesque. Well, here we are. Are we open? Hello. Are we open for food? Are we open for food? The Royal... Ah, is it open, yeah? Excellent, thank you. This lovely woman's just told me they're open for food, so thank you, the Royal Hotel. Can't find the entrance, and I think it's the back door. It's a back door entry. Yes.
Mr. Bubble, come here. Come on.
Well, fish and chips was had then. Rather long wait, unfortunately. So it's left me with not much time to get back to Saltburn to get this circle down. So it's going to be pedal to the metal. See if we can get back in time, see what condition the beach is in for me. Okay folks, so we've just got back to Saltburn by the sea, and I've just stopped off here because it looks like the tide's still in quite a bit. I'm not going to be able to get anything down on there, I don't think, at the moment. Let's go and check it out. You see? Can you see how it's only this bit here that's dry? I need it to be out to like here, at least. So I'm going to come back in half an hour. I'm going to charge the batteries up on this because it's quite low anyway. So we'll go back and go from there. We're just so governed by the time for the light, you know, so hey ho. Well, it's the perfect evening for a surf, but unfortunately it's not the perfect evening for making the sand circle. As you can see, the sand is still wet, so there's no chance of making a circle in that. Gutted, absolutely gutted. So I think what we're going to do is, instead of sulking about this, just moaning, we'll take another walk up to that point there where we went yesterday. I think that's going to be the last place where you're going to get the sunset. So let's have ourselves a little hike instead of making some circles, eh? Some guy just pulled up in his little camper. Check this out. He's letting people have a little nosy. Look at that, man.
The guy was sitting in it and I just looked up.
Let's have a little look at this. Look at that. I have no idea what van it is. Let's have a look. It's got the old black and silver number plate as well. That is mint. So yes, we've got at least half an hour sunshine left up here in comparison to the old cold shady beach down there. I think I know where I'd rather be right now. Anyways, we're going to go right to the end of the nib as planned. Just chill out up there, watch the sun go down, see what colours we get in the sky. Gutted I can't do the circle because it's a perfect evening for it. But saying that, if I was doing that, I wouldn't be in the sunshine right now, would I? So they do, so they do. Absolutely stunning. What a stunning sunset. Oof. Well, I'm just making my way down slowly. It'll take 10 to 15 minutes to get back down into the town, so by the time I take this little walk, give me time to just watch this go down. That's my kind of TV right there. Well, look who we have hanging low just above the horizon behind us. The sneaky little devil. There's the moon, look. Creeping up on us behind us while we're walking back. Hello, moon. Hello, sun. gone out, and the dog wouldn't stop barking, so he's decided to come into my room and chill with me. Haven't you, Rolf? Hey? You chilling with me tonight? Yeah. Oh, look at that. An owner dog waiting for his owner. How loyal is that? You missing her, Rolf? Hey? Are you missing her? Well, I hope you enjoyed this part of the journey, and thanks for joining me. In the next and final episode of this road trip, I head back home, but not before visiting the lovely village Grossmont. This place has the cutest train station ever, and seems to be stuck in the 1950s. From here, I catch the famous steam train to nearby Goathland, the home of the even more famous train station that features in the Harry Potter movie. So, come and join me for this and more in the next episode. Take care and have fun, folks. Peace.